Aries, I've been jumping into the readings with the cards right away for all the other signs, but for you, I really felt guided to go back to my typical practice, which is to sit here for a while and meditate on the energy and see what comes through, what thoughts, images, words, symbols come through in my meditation for you, as a message for you. So there is a message in that. You're going to document something, or you could document something, and it will help you bring yourself back to a way that works for you, something key for you. Okay, so if you feel like something's been kind of missing, or you're trying to figure out the moment in which things make a turnaround, write it down. Write down your thoughts, write down your ideas, keep a notebook with you, journal, voice note it. There's something about documenting your downloads, okay? So what I did get for you was quite a bit, and I am going to get the cards out after. But I got first and foremost that you're healing yourself. You're taking time to reconnect with what matters to you. It's like you're not even worried about other people asking you, where did Aries go? What is Aries doing? Why has Aries taken a step back? Why has Aries changed the way that they're looking or talking? You are taking time to reconnect with yourself. You realize that it is a key ingredient to your growth, to your soul, to your spirit and who you are, as well as your abundance and success. And if you haven't done this yet, I do see that coming. And it has something to do, I know you're not Taurus, but Taurus comes after you on the zodiac wheel. It has something to do with Uranus moving out of Taurus. It's like there was some kind of oppressive energy that you could have just been feeling. Doesn't matter where Aries is in your chart, although it does matter. Like if you have moon in Aries, then these are moon themes for you, like emotions or psychic intuition or subconscious. Venus could be work or love. But Taurus is next after you, and it was like Uranus was there, and it felt like, how can I push to the next step? How can I get to the next step? But there was some kind of looming feeling of like, I don't know if I can go that far. I don't know if there's something up ahead that's going to oppress me or push me down. But now that that planet has moved out of Taurus, there's more feeling of, I got this. I know what to do. I know the steps to take. I know to be steadfast in myself and my beliefs and take the time I need to heal myself. Okay, some of you are spending more time in nature, roller skating, I'm hearing. Okay, I don't know, whatever it is that you like to do. I'm even seeing canoeing. And I did get something about you trying a new recipe that would be very good for you. Okay, it doesn't matter what it is. You may also be seeing frogs, toads, or hearing them, the number 444. Then the next message I got for you is that you have welcomed impermanence. This feeling that nothing ever lasts may have been something that was nerve-wracking before or hurt you, but there's this welcoming of life is a cycle, life is ebb and flow, there's impermanence. And once we accept that and we see the utility in that, we can cultivate that energy of impermanence and use it to our advantage. So I have here, impermanence becomes a welcome facet and reality of your life. Then I got that there's a slowing of your heart rate, and this feels good. It's not concerning. It may be symbolic. But it's like your heart rate slows down. You are starting to go to the beat of your own drum. Some kind of pressure or push or chaos energy that had your heart beating really fast. And maybe this is even literal. You felt anxiety or discomfort or tightness in the chest, or you felt out of shape in some way. There's something about your heart rate slowing down. Okay, I'm seeing 68, maybe 68 beats per minute. I don't know. But there's something there that is really significant for you. So you could do a lot of heart chakra work at this time. And it's slowing down to a rate that is comfortable for you. Now, when I was writing this, I also got the word frame rate. Maybe there's something that you're seeing or creating that you're going to also slow down. Okay, you're not going to feel so rushed to get through something. Yeah, there's lots of energy here about creation rather than consumption, not creating more than you consume. And then the last message I got for you is that disappointment becomes the foundation for something new. something that was highly disappointing or is disappointing you now will lay the foundation for this big buildup of something that you've been dreaming about in your life. Okay, so this disappointment, it's not that it needed to happen for your dream to come true or for your goals to be achieved. That's not the case. It's that this disappointment, you've learned how to work with the energy so that it doesn't just form a black cloud over your head and weigh you down, but it actually lays something solid for you to build on. So it's a magician type energy that you've cultivated. You know how to take this disappointment, feel it, grieve it. Maybe it's a little bit of rejection, or maybe it's worry at some level, but you're going to transmute it and use it as a foundational energy for something else. I don't know what. Maybe it will come through in the reading. So I just saw 553. That could be a number for some of you. 5353. Someone's missing you right now, Aries. And I feel like for some of you, it's you. You've been missing yourself. You need to reconnect with yourself, okay? You've been giving your energy, it's not away, but it's like other people have been getting more of your energy than you've been getting your own energy. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's see what this reading's all about for you, Aries. This person, for whoever, it doesn't have to be for all of you, but this is how you'll know. You had little, I don't know, particular texts or codes or ciphers or code words. I don't know, like there's things, numbers, I don't know, something, words you would text to each other or write to each other that nobody else would know what it meant, but you two knew the meaning. Okay, I don't know. That's for someone. Something about touching the palm of your hand too. Some of you were palm readers in a past life. I'm just seeing that. I got my palm reading thing there. That's interesting. Hold on a second. There's something here. The letter C, the letter O, and the letter R. I'm also seeing coral. Okay. Sorry about that, Aries. Spirit was drawing my attention over there. There's something about that. I don't know. Even the word palmistry, maybe it's an anagram, like those letters could be significant for you. Okay. Maybe you want to look at more about palm reading. My grandmother used to read palms in India. She's Indian, if you're like wondering. Yeah, she was. She is. Okay, let's see. Actually, she was Pakistani, but born in India. Okay. Let's see. Circle. Red and white roses. Yeah, this is the impermanence, the cyclical nature of things. Network. Because I mentioned that, there could be something about ancestry. I'm feeling it here, the network of your ancestors. This could be where you're receiving a lot of downloads. I'm seeing ivy. Number 44. Yeah, we got that, right? 444. 333 here. Okay, so these are master numbers. So you're getting some confirmation here, seeing some number sign synchronicities. And 27, abundance, with the dahlia, it says at the bottom. Beautiful, with this horseshoe. Yellow butterflies really standing out to me. Chrysanthemums. Okay, so let's see here. There's a circle of abundance. Okay, beautiful. A circle of abundance, a network that you're tapped into. This is really amazing because this abundance card is reminding me of the message about impermanence. You know, these flowers are beautiful and we cherish them and we spend a lot of time admiring them, smelling them, looking at them, drawing them, whatever we do. I've been really drawn to flowers and floral patterns and this kind of thing lately. But of course, they're not permanent. You know, they have a cycle. Some die and never come back. Some come back year after year. And this is part of the flow, the energy flow of abundance itself, the cycle of abundance. Now, I feel like this network card is really powerful. It feels like when one cycle of abundance ends, Spirit is guiding you, or you're learning how to reach into another cycle of abundance. Rather than trying to repeat something that worked for you before, it's like, okay, that cycle has come to its end and I want to experience abundance somewhere else now, or in a different way. I'm going to channel a different kind of energy. I'm going to reach into a different network of abundance. But it's also important to sit in the energy in between abundant periods. So this in-between energy is important. This is where you heal yourself. You take time to reconnect with what matters to you before networking into another stream of consciousness, another channel of abundance. You could be seeing a lot of deer lately. A deer ran right in front of my car the other night. Thankfully, I was far back enough that I could stop smoothly. But it was on a busy road, so it was kind of strange. Things like that could be happening for you. Animals could be drawn to you. Okay, I'm hearing they feel safe with you. Okay, so let's see what else we get here. I want to put the network in the middle. Network. Some of you are getting into computers, or you're using a certain software that's allowing you to network something or organize information in a certain way. It's helping you connect the dots. Okay, so let's see what's going on here. Tell me about this network for Aries. The shepherd, celebration and family. Yeah, it's ancestral. Something, that's why I was so drawn to that palmistry thing. Some of you are family. I don't know what that means. Well, I mean, we're all soul family, but maybe some of you are actually family. Okay. Celebration. Okay, this is looking real good. So let's get the energy that is here for you to support you, that you could tap more into, and then the energy that's challenging you. The energy that's here for you, passion. Many of you are studying religious or spiritual texts. Okay, not necessarily as a devotee, but as somebody who wants to just kind of understand more about something. This has something to do with the disappointment and the foundation. Okay, like religion can be disappointing in terms of the way people perceive certain ideas and the way they harness them and utilize them for power games, right? And violence and all these kinds of things. It gets corrupted, some religious teachings, a lot of the time, as we know, but they've also created quite the foundation for our society and the way we look at the world, our morals, our values, what's expected of us. See, there's something like that going on for you, something that was maybe corrupted or disappointing for you. You're realizing how it's laid a foundation, or you're going to use it in a way that benefits you, a passion. Your abundance, Aries, whoever I'm connected to today, comes through your passion. When you're passionate about something, that's where you're abundant. And that's what works for most people. But tapping into that passion is often hard because we're bombarded with all these other responsibilities and things that we need to do, and striving to have more when we need to sit in that in-between period. Okay, let's get one more. Open doors, I wrote down. Looking forward to open doors. Resolve and patience. Yeah, what you've been waiting to happen, you've been very patient for the energy. And I think this is Uranus. I mean, whether you've thought about it this way or not, it's the energy of Uranus moving out of Taurus. It's like that's being resolved now. Up ahead looks much brighter for you. And you've been very patient with your own passions, you know, if you've had creative blocks, or maybe there's somebody that you're passionate about and you've expressed a lot of patience in this connection. There's some tension that's being resolved here. This is really beautiful. This is, I'm hearing a spring chicken. You're like a spring chicken here. You're hatching. Okay, let's see the challenge. What's the challenge? for Aries. Window, entanglement, and one more. Power. Power games. There could be a temptation to get involved in some kind of competition, or you may be seeing somebody who is very powerful right now. It could be because a lot of people are looking towards this person, or they just have a lot of confidence, or they have some kind of control in a situation. You're looking at this, you're observing it, you're watching it. Spirit wants you to know that it doesn't directly impact you. Okay? It doesn't have to directly impact you. You may think that it does, but it doesn't have to. The more that you focus your gaze and your attention on the power that this person is what is it? The power that this person is what, Spirit? How do I say that? Interested in. The power that they're interested in, the more that you focus on, like, how are they getting this and how are they doing this and how, like this kind of thing, and you entangle with it, the less that you have time for your own passions and your own abundance and your own network. Yes, your network, your ancestral network, your spiritual network is powerful. So don't look outside of your field for inspiration is what I'm getting. Or comparison. I don't know, there's something in your immediate field, like things you already know, interests you already have, materials you're already working with, people you know, like you already have a very abundant, substantial network, and you have enough to create there. You don't need to consume somebody else's ideas or energy or look to them as a mentor or something like that. You have everything you need right now. And it feels like the more that you focus on whoever this is or someone gaining power, it's like they're gaining power and you're seeing it. You entangle with their energy in some way. In what way? The adventure, responsibility, expectations, the botanist, parenthood, and legacy. It's like you're comparing your legacies or something of that nature. You create expectations for yourself where you don't need to. You have a very unique, particular legacy guided by your ancestors. Okay? You are working on your path. You are working in your path. Okay, so that's maybe just a side note for someone. Take it if it resonates, and if it doesn't, that's okay too. Okay, the king, control, reversal of fortune. Yeah, it's like the more that you gaze upon whoever's gaining power, momentum, and maybe you're worried about it, or you're fascinated by it, or you're drawn to it, or something like that, it's a power game. There's something about like, how do I get that control too? How do I do what they're doing? And Spirit's saying, there's a time and a place for inspiration and to look outside of ourselves to see what others are doing and, work with other energy. But this is not the time and the place because all the doors are opening for you. Okay. And there's a big message here about slowing down your heart rate to what is comfortable for you, taking time to reconnect with what matters to you, trying a new recipe with the materials you have on hand. Okay. So let's get into your reading. Big message, and I feel like it's for the collective, not just you, Aries, but maybe I'll do a collective reading on it too, but it's definitely coming through for you as you're leading off this next round of sign readings for the new moon in Taurus energy. I'm now reading from new moon to new moon, but don't worry about schedules or anything like that. I'm kidding. To create more than you consume. Because there's a big push right now in the collective for spiritually inclined people, intuitives, creatives, to stop what they're doing and consume. Page of Coins, expression and message. It's like there's a promise of like, well, if you watch this or you buy this or you consume something in one way or another, mentally, energetically, emotionally, financially, if you consume something, then you'll be able to do the creative thing you want. And Spirit's saying, nah, that's just marketing. Okay? That's just convincing you need something that you don't. Okay, 3 more. I'm seeing a windbreaker. Maybe this is, a windbreaker, like resisting those kinds of thoughts, those thought forms coming towards you. 1, 2, we'll do 3. No, we'll do 4. Some of you, something about your gas tank could be a metaphor, but maybe you need to make sure your gas, I know what's going on with the prices, but maybe you need to make sure something's full. Okay? Don't run on empty. Okay? Metaphorically too. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so your overall energy. Well, what's at the bottom? Page of Swords, captivation, entrance. These bats, Queen of Cups, Shaman, Enchanter. Some of you will remember 8 of Swords, trapped and confined. If you've been on this channel for a while, and thank you for being here for so long and supporting everything here. And well, I mean, I'm glad the readings are resonating. And if you're new here, my name's Andy. 13 Moon Tarot. Save it, save that name. Okay. There's a name that for a channel that someone's come up with here for your own channel, for your own ideas, or a book or a deck you're creating or something like that. Save it. This is documenting, right? Putting down all your ideas onto paper. Okay. Some of you will remember that a bat flew into my house. I can't even remember how long ago it was now. 3 years? Wow. Time flies. Maybe longer. I don't know. I'd have to go back and check. But this is giving me that memory right here. So there could have been something that happened 3 years ago, 2 to 3 years ago, that startled you, that felt heavily symbolic. It was an intense time of your life. There was a lot of energy forming around this situation as something unexpected happened, but it got you in touch. It was a signal, a little push from Spirit to get you in touch with something that you had been avoiding or something you needed to pay closer attention to really investigate, to tap into. There was some trapped energy, okay, that was taking up a lot of space, a lot of air, okay? Maybe it was like you couldn't really fill your lungs up with new energy because there was something trapped that you needed to exhale. And you did. You did do it, okay? It was a process, but you did do it. And there's something about you being able to call upon this time, the energy of the time, the memory of that time, and go back to that. Maybe this is the foundational energy. Go back to that time and rework the energy. Meaning that sometimes when we go back to a memory energetically, like with our thoughts, or maybe we just meditate on that time, there's like stuff there for us to pull from. Like I'm doing it right now, remembering this thing that happened, and I'm pulling from that energy to interpret your message, right? So there's something here that you could go back to help you understand something or create something new now, something that was intense and foundational and like a pivotal moment. Maybe you haven't thought about it in a long time, but Spirit's saying if you go back to it now, it will help you create what it is you're creating. 3 of Coins, imagination and ability. Yeah, I feel like you're seeing the world much bigger than you did before. But don't forget that well, what do I call it? 8 of Coins, knowledge and insight. That time to heal yourself and to learn about yourself and to think about what you want to work on. The lull, the liminal, the in-between is significant. It is important, even though it's sometimes uncomfortable and we want to get out of that energy as soon as possible. It's oftentimes where our biggest work is done and our best work. I'm seeing on this card, medicine cards, Encyclopedia of Tarot, Edgar Allan Poe. There could be something you're learning or reading that inspires you or that you go back to. Okay, so you're gaining recognition in your work. This is for sure. 6 months, in the next 6 months. Okay, 9 of Cups for what you don't see coming. A wish, a desire of yours. It's coming in. Okay, let's see. What is this for Aries? I'm hearing bent out of shape. Maybe something you were bent out of shape with, or maybe this literally something was bent out of shape. The devil, bent out of shape. Magnetism and lure. Something that was bent out of shape. And I feel like that might be, you didn't like the way something looked, maybe literally. Or somebody was having a hard time reconciling what something is. Whatever you wish to happen around this, to change the shape of something, maybe it's yourself, your physique, I don't know, or change the shape of your work, or change the shape of your relationship, get it in better shape. I'm not sure what it is for all of you. But it's happening. Why and how? Some of you are also wanting to attract someone's attention, and you know that they're no good. Okay, they're no good for you. Maybe you want, okay, this is shadow. Okay, I'm not saying it's for all of you. If you want to take this message, take it. If you don't, that's fine too. But some of you, your shadow really wants to attract someone who maybe did you wrong or was no good for you. And maybe there's like, you want to turn the tables, you want to reject them, or you just want to see what will happen. You're manifesting that, okay? This person is feeling magnetized towards you. And this is something that somebody here, not all of you, somebody here has fantasized about. Okay, like, yeah, I don't know. Okay, so let's see. 9 of Coins, harmony and chemistry. For that message, somebody tells you, or somebody shows you the Hangman, 4 of Wands, that they've been stagnant. Okay. But for the more general message here, you're getting a sense of safety back in your life. You've built up some stability for yourself and others too. And some of you forget that, how much stability you're building for others, but that's significant. It is important. But I feel like now's the time to turn inward and realize the stability you have for yourself, the abundance, right? The network of abundance, 9 of Coins. What is it from the ancestor energy? Wow. I'm seeing 8 of Swords, trapped, confined, then the Sun, power and Genesis, and the Knight of Coins, anchor and essence. This is like turning that disappointment or the thoughts in your head that are like a poison for you, toxic, or other people's words, and it's like dealing with these thoughts that, or I don't feel like I'm not sure that these are your thoughts. It feels like these are thought forms that are very persistent, that you encounter quite often, maybe in your friend group, in your family, or people that you date, or you're married to, someone you're married to, I don't know, but like you come across these thought forms often, negative thought forms, and you've been dealing with it, you've been working with it, or you've been trying to see how you can change them in some way or get away from them. There's something here where your ancestors are saying, because I asked specifically about it, and I am seeing ancestors in this Nine of Pentacles, that these situations are major growth spurts for you because you do actually figure out what to do. You do unlock something in your mind, in your consciousness. It's like you're witnessing these thought forms, you're having to encounter them, and then something opens in your mind where you find the escape route. Okay, like I don't know what this is all about, but you're able to navigate away from this energy. But not in a way where you're running away from it, but where you actually do something with it. Okay, so literally maybe it's, somebody is all complexed. They're in the doldrums. They're always worried. They always have anxiety. They can't relax. And you're able to put up a boundary, a barrier mentally, and detach from that energy and not let it consume you or bother you. And you also take some of the things that you've witnessed and learned by being in a relation with this person into your endeavors, into your future, to help you lay a foundation or anchor something in to build abundance. Maybe you write a book about it or it inspires some artwork. But this is part of your path. Your ancestors are saying when there's an Eight of Swords situation and someone feels trapped or confined, the sun is always here for you. You can always shine a light on it in a way that then leads you forward with the Knight of Pentacles, with a strategy, a plan. Okay, Seven of Cups for your opportunity. This is the many doors, open doors. And I did write here with the open doors, overwhelm, because there's so many. And it feels like maybe before there was one or two options, but now there are maybe seven. Well, there's definitely several, but maybe it is seven actual doors. And it could feel like, whoa, are any of these things good for me? Because there's so many options. When we have a lot of opportunity, it can kind of feel like our path is muddled, like we don't have a path because there's no clear direction to take. But once we see that all these open doors are like a network of abundance, rather than an either or situation, I either take this, go through this door or that door, but maybe I'll go through this door now and then that door later and then that door later, then the anxiety can start to decrease or the overwhelm starts to calm down. Your heart rate begins to slow. So you're never going to miss one of these opportunities. You will always have a chance to come back to it. Choose the path that the Hangman, transcend and evolve, that helps you, that challenges you in a way, challenges your perspective, that helps you evolve and transcend out of like a collective mindset, the window where you stop looking to others. I'm hearing, and you look above you. I'm seeing clouds here. Maybe we're doing some cloud gazing. Okay, Seven of Cups, wonder and chance. Let's see, what's this? Queen of Coins, bliss and comfort. Exactly. You're okay. You're solid. You're stable. You can. All these doors are yours. Maybe I'm hearing a house with 7 doors. How many doors are in your house? I don't know. I've never thought of that. I'm going to count the doors in my house. That's pretty interesting, actually. Like even closet doors, like all doors. Count the doors in your house. Cool. And find some comfort that they're all your doors and you can go through them at any time. Okay, then we have another 7 here for your challenge. 7 of Wands, persevere and endurance. I just saw a family of raccoons the other night. There was a lot of them. It could feel a little protective, maybe even a little possessive. There's a like a feeling of losing something here. It has to do with you looking out at somebody gaining power. Or maybe this is you looking out at a past self where you felt more powerful and you want to go back to that. But remember, Spirit's saying you're reaching into a new stream of abundance. Don't go back to something. The cycle has already completed. Okay, the success energy continues, but it changes. So let's see. You have to learn how to crawl before you walk. So you've been crawling, and then you're walking, and then you're going to run, you know? So, and then it's the marathon. Oh, look, and then stamina and potency. Yeah. Four of Wands, there's endurance here that you're learning. Some of you may feel very protective over your home, something you've built, okay? You're trying to keep something the same, secure. But another part of you is telling you everything's impermanent and to enjoy that. So really kind of flow into it. Follow your soul, follow your spirit. You know, don't give up on something. Don't let something go to the wayside because of negative self-talk. Okay, you can overcome that. I know you can. Especially with the Eight of Swords to the Sun, right? But that's not what I'm sensing. I'm sensing that something is starting to shift and change in your life that was successful, stable, secure. But that doesn't mean that you've become weaker or that you've let yourself go, I'm hearing, or that you're now in a lack mindset. It's just that something's changing shape, bent out of shape. Yeah, something's remolding here, your abundance, your flow, where you're going. Okay. There, and I've noticed I've said a lot, which I don't think I usually do. But this goes back to taking time to reconnect with what matters to you. There's a time here for you to ponder and think. And you know that sound, like the humming that does all sorts of good things in your body, the vibration and the frequency of that hum. So some of you could be humming a lot more, or try to hum a lot more, realign yourself. But maybe start it off with a you know, instead of like, what do I want to do next? What am I thinking about? That kind of thing. That could really help you. And I'm talking about this with the Magician card. So this could be a form of manifestation or magic for you, humming. And wondering, what tool do I want to use next? Maybe I get to use them all this time. Okay, so that's your advice, is the Magician, Sorcerer, Alchemist. Let's see. Yeah, the Eight of Swords. How do I get out of this? Oh yeah, I remember. I remember how to change this energy. So you're going to free yourself here from some mental state in which you felt like the walls were closing in, or you felt like you were trapped, or you were behind glass, inside the cage, looking out the window. Find the doors. Find the doors. Okay? More doors than windows, I'm hearing. More creation than consumption. So the outcome, I'm going to tell you the outcome, but I'm also going to do an extended reading. In the extended, we go a layer deeper. I see what else is underneath. I'm excited for this. This energy is pretty upbeat, I have to say, Aries. King of Coins. Yeah, it feels very confident, secure, hopeful, faithful. And like you've had a new outlook and perspective on what's possible for you. The misery and torment energy that you were currently in, or were previously in, is beginning to dissipate. And I know that from your outcome. But if you want to go to the extended, the link is in the description box below. If you don't like that idea, you can't go there for whatever reason, you're like, then don't worry about it. Just trust Spirit already knew that and gave you everything you needed right here. The outcome is the Six of Swords, navigate and progress. So the Six of Swords is a card of mental clarity. and detaching from things that are clouding our mind, getting away from the Five of Swords energy and moving to the Six. I'm no longer involved in that. I'm not power games, right? I'm not going to be involved in those kinds of power games. I want to move to calmer waters with my wisdom. My flower here. Impermanence. Acceptance of impermanence, but not just acceptance of it, but seeing the value in it. Like, oh, wait, we've been taught that things should last, something should be forever, but when we realize that nothing is really forever and everything is impermanent, then we can start to think about, well, how can I use that reality, that truth, in a way that connects me with my higher self and my path of abundance. Okay, so let's see the outcome. Queen of Cups, Shaman, Enchanter. Yeah. You are navigating to the energy of Queen of Cups, no matter what your gender is, doesn't matter. Queen of Cups is an energy of deep emotions, being connected to your emotions, knowing what your emotions mean, what they're telling you, where they come from, how to work with them, the frequency and energy behind your emotions. Emotional states are powerful. Mental states are powerful too, but the emotional piece is so significant to manifest something. You can think all you want about a particular situation. It's the emotion that's attached to the thought that really creates the reality. Okay, and I feel like you here are realizing that with the Six of Swords and the Queen of Cups. How to enchant your path to come towards you, to come into being, to reveal itself. The Shaman. I want one more with the Shaman. You're maturing. Knight of Coins, anchor in essence. You're anchoring into a shamanistic kind of energy. So yeah, maybe working with animals or plants or herbs or symbols, dreams, the body, a more grounded kind of alchemical process or intuitive practice that you're going to get involved with. Because you've been really up in the head space, which isn't bad at all. But now there's a graduation period. Okay? You're growing. You're developing into a kind of more settled, unshakable energy that also doesn't mind being shook once in a while. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope that helped. I love you so much. I'll see you next time.